Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As you just saw, there's crocodiles here in this lagoon here. I'm in Mexico, in Cancun to be more specific, and I had no idea that there's actually crocodiles here because this is connected to the ocean. So I don't know if it's fresh water or if it's salt water, no idea. Nevertheless, I'm going to shoot a new episode, and the idea is, because it's around sunset, maybe to shoot some crocodiles in the dark. Nah, of course not. I will try to do some street photography in the dark with the Leica M6 and a 35mm Voigtländer. And I need some film, of course, and the film I will try to shoot, and I will shoot for sure, it's this one here. It's Kodak Trix-400. I will probably push it to maybe 1600 or even 3200 because it might get fairly dark. So, by the way, I'm in the hotel zone here. The reason is because I think maybe here there's plenty of people, hopefully, we'll see. If it doesn't work out, then there's nothing I can do. Maybe I will come back tomorrow or shoot somewhere else tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, I think, the first time shooting at night here. So let's see how that goes. About the pushing and whatever, about my settings, I will let you know a little bit later in this video. I would say without further ado, I will wait a little bit longer until the sun is gone and it gets dark, and then I will try and do some street photography. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Developing and scanning was kindly provided by Cancun I Film Lab. If you want to check them out, the link will be in the description box down below. So let me quickly run you through the settings. I was recording those already while being in Cancun, but because of the wind, the audio isn't that great. Because I was shooting in low light, I needed as much light hitting the film as possible. I wasn't metering at all, and I was just guessing the exposure, which wasn't that hard. I simply chose the slowest shutter speed I could get away with without too much motion blur, and here it was 1/60th. In situations where it was really dark, I went down to even 1/4 of a second. The aperture was wide open the whole time at f1.7, and I told Cancun to push the film in development by 2 stops. If you want to know more about my settings for street photography at night, for film or digital, I've already made a video about my settings that I'm using, and that is a little bit more in depth. On the strip in the hotel zone, the lighting wasn't that bad, but while I was walking around there, I got constantly approached by promoters in front of bars and clubs. So that got a little annoying, and I wanted to go somewhere else to shoot. For some reason, I thought the beach might be a good place to go, but as you just saw, it was almost pitch black dark. While waiting for a bus, I continued to shoot for a bit since that place had some decent lighting. Finally, it was time to catch a bus to change locations. Because I had to wait so long for a bus and it got really late, I thought it would be better to call it a day and continue shooting the next day. The problem with shooting in low-light environments like this is that the main thing to look for is the light, and the subject becomes less relevant, especially when attempting to shoot a video for YouTube. For personal work, I would have stopped shooting entirely, but I had to push through to finish the episode, right? Though the good news is that there's a lot of other places out there that are way more suitable for shooting film at night, but you'll see in future episodes.
Hey, where are you from?
Germany. Yeah. Alright, that's it for the shooting part of the video. Well, shooting street photography at night can be tough, especially when shooting film. If you're in a fairly well-lit environment, it's not that hard, but when light levels get really low, then it's a totally different story. Personally, in a place like Cancun, I would probably use a flash or a low-light monster like this one here, the Leica Q2 monochrome. But more on that in the future video. Now, before I show you my personal favorites from the episode, a quick reminder that you can win a print from the shots that I showed you in the video. Simply leave a comment within the first 24 hours this episode goes live. And if you're the lucky winner, I will ship a nice fine art print to you for free worldwide. Alright guys, before I show you my favorite prints from the episode, a quick reminder, if you haven't already, you can pick up one of my street photography zines, this one. Photos taken with the X-Pen, or here this one, shots taken in Cairo in Egypt with the Leica M6. Alright, the link will be in the description box down below this video. Okay, here we go. Here are my favorite prints from this episode. Like I already explained, it was pretty hard to shoot. I've seen so many cool scenes that I could not photograph because there was simply no light available, so that was pretty rough. Okay, let's start with the first one. This one here. I really like this shot for some reason. I mean, if you see it, you cannot really tell how dark it actually is, but it was well after sunset, so it was pretty dark already. This was shot at 1/60th at 1.7 ISO, so pushed to 1600, so you can kind of guess how dark it was. Yeah, I kind of like this, especially with this person that is in the background, really small. So this is my first favorite image from the episode, and image number 2. And it's this one here. It's where the guys were, I mean, there was a gym, and I think it was a boxing gym, and they were training outside. So that was pretty cool actually, and I liked the light. And then I spotted that they were casting a shadow onto the wall, and so I waited for this moment where he raised his arms and I took a shot. I think the guys there, they were a little confused why I was pointing my camera at the wall. But yeah, overall I'm really liking this. If you haven't seen the video, you don't really know what's going on. I mean, you can kind of guess that's a person raising the arms, but yeah, I like this one. It's pretty cool. All right. And actually, this is already my last shot that I want to share with you. And this one, I'm really happy with this one because this for me screams Mexico for some reason, with the beetle here and this street scene. Even though there's no people involved here, I kind of like this. And also, I like the way it turned out. I mean, it's pretty dark. There's not much detail here. But still, you can make out the car pretty well, and then you have the street lamp in the background, and yeah, overall, I'm really happy how this one turned out. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.